Hello dolls, welcome back to my channel. This is Ebony Nikita KK, the Dominican princess, and we have the lady of the hour, the Lady Dior. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I will be sharing with you dolls what's inside of my small black lambskin Lady Dior. Now, this is not only a what's inside of my handbag, this is also a what fits inside of my handbag. So we will be having different combinations just so it is a good reference to you if you're thinking about purchasing your first Lady Dior. And I will also be sharing mod shots with you dolls and a pros and cons list, and overall answering the question, would I recommend this handbag? This was originally gifted to Lady Diana, the princess, and she was just so beautiful, especially the way that she styled this handbag. Her ensembles are just timeless and classic and feminine and gorgeous, and I just really do feel like Christian Dior, the whole entire line, the brand, everything just exudes feminine elegance, and so that's why that's my favorite. I fancy Christian Dior. I do post every week on femininity, elegance, and homemaking. And if you love little things like this, little darling luxuries, and you want to see more, then definitely subscribe to me down below. I do post every week, and you get to see a little bit of my cute little unboxings inside of my housewife vlogs. So don't forget to subscribe. And dolls, I will be having, of course, a coordinating vlog post where I give you dolls all of the details from the size, from what fits all inside, mod shots, so you don't have to screenshot anything from this video. It's all there for you and your reference. And yes, dolls, so let's go ahead and begin this video. So dolls, let's begin. Its simple box shape but elegant quilting really does allow this handbag to be the centerpiece of every ensemble. This one pretty much for me is my go-to handbag for going out. Here is how the inside of the handbag looks. As you dolls can see right here, it does have a small little pocket right here, and this is where I tend to put my ID and card. On this inside right here, it does have a zipper pocket, and I tend to just put feminine care products right in there because it's quite narrow, and honestly, you don't really want to stick your hands in there to grab anything that you know that you're going to be pulling in and out often. It does come with a strap with the little charms that you can add on there. So dolls, let's begin with what fits inside of this handbag. And now we're going to open up and see what all fits inside. This is the iPhone 13 Pro. It is not a Pro Max, so it is the standard size iPhone. It sits in here vertically, and you can still close it, and it fits inside. And this is my camera that I film with. I'm actually filming with my other camera. This does fit inside, and so you can substitute that for a compact wallet. Do have sunglasses. This does fit inside. And one of the pros about the Lady Dior I'll mention now is the fact that yes, it is a small, but it is tall, so you are able to stack inside of here, stack things on top of things. AirPods, as you dolls can see right here, see what I mean? It can really just sit on top of my camera. Compact powder foundation, which is one of my favorite everyday foundations. And then I do have my limited edition Dior New Look lipstick, and then my favorite lip care product, which is the Dior lip scrub, like so. And as you dolls can see, it is filling up quite nicely. And then I do have a small Dior Roses and Roses perfume. This is one of my favorite fragrances. To pull things out of here with everything just out, it's just not the best things. So I am so afraid of my lipstick coming undone and my perfume spilling. So what I do is I keep it inside of one of these little Dior pouches, fabric pouches. I usually do keep my makeup products, beauty products inside of a soft cloth like this one that is easily flexible, bendable, so it doesn't take up much room. And then I do have, this is like a little key pouch. It's not really a key pouch, this is for jewelry, but my husband gave me this. And this is just where I keep my keys inside of one of these little pouches. The keys, usually whenever I go out, my husband is the one driving, so I don't ever hold the keys, but that can also fit in here too. And then everything closes, and this is very comfortable. You can just easily just grab out your phone and you're all good. And this is a good weight. There's extra space to put like one or two more smaller things like hand sanitizer or something like that. And so with that being said, dolls, I did bring some other items just so you dolls can see. This is a standard size water bottle. Will not fit inside vertical. Sideways, I do have my old planner. This is a smaller size planner. It's not a pocket planner, but it's probably 8 by 5 perhaps. It would just take up so much space. So planner does not go inside of here, nor does a water bottle. Dolls, let's begin with the cons of this handbag. But whenever you are trying to access something, it is pretty much fit to the hand. So you go in and you have to pick it out, and it's just not the most comfortable entrance. If it would be a little bit more comfortable, just by even in a ½ inch wider, I feel like it would just give you that little bit of extra room that allows you to get in and out of it a bit easier, a bit quicker. But let's go ahead and talk about this flap. This flap is very infamous and whenever it comes to cons, this flap is always brought up whenever it comes to the Lady Dior, because it used to have a zipper, the original one, because Princess Diana, Lady Diana, she did want a handbag to where she's able to conceal her items and no one knows what's inside of them. And so that's why the original one came with a zipper. There were complaints that it was harder to get in and out of because your hand would just hit the zipper each and every single time, but now we do have this flap. I'm not upset at the flap. People do talk about wear and tear on the flap. For me, I don't mind the flap, and the way that you get it out, usually I just stick my finger here on the side. As you guys can see right here, has a little opening. Flip it up and it's open. Some positive parts about this flap is that you're able to just kind of like stick your phone there for a little bit and easy in and out. So this is great for if you have to hold someone's phone whenever I am taking pictures or something like that, and I know that I need my phone out and I'm just like walking around and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely taking pictures. I can just stick my phone in like this. Another thing to watch for if you do end up buying this handbag is that little dust collects right here at the crease because it just falls in. Eventually over time it does pile up just a little bit, so you do want to wipe that with a soft cloth. I have noticed on my little flap there is a bit of creasing. If you guys can see right here, there is a bit of creasing right there from it really just hitting up against this little circle hardware. Yes, against the hardware. So there is a bit of creasing because the flap does crease against the hardware. So it's not something to where it's like, oh my gosh, like it's going to look horrible. I don't think so. Like this handbag is over 3 years old and I barely notice it. I barely notice it, but just know that it will wear. And something that could contribute to that is the fact that sometimes I do put my phone here. So maybe it's like whenever my phone is on top, it causes this flap to press up against the hardware that's right here. So perhaps it's that. Something else that I will note, because I know it's a lot of people do talk about it, so I do want to address it, and it is the gorgeous Dior charms here. And of course these charms do have scratches because it isn't, you know, it's metal. But as you guys can see, there are scratches here, but I promise you if you turn back, you know, it only shows in certain light, and the scratching is really to a minimal, and it's really just micro scratches. Maybe you can see it better there. It's inevitable. Of course you're going to have little scratches on any hardware. On the Chanel Classic Flap, there's little scratches on that one eventually as you are wearing it. On the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis, there are scratches on that hardware that clicks open. So that was addressing kind of like the more popular cons. This is the gorgeous Dior dust bag, and it has a gorgeous swan. I mean, oh, so beautiful. And so I usually just stuff my handbag back after I'm done using it. I take everything out and then I put it back here in the dust bag and I keep it nice and safe. And I do have a twilly in here. Ta-da! Okay, and this is the Toile de Juillet twilly that you'd all seen inside of my previous vlog, what I've been up to here in Atlanta whenever I bought this and styled it around my Lady Dior. So shall we put it on? I will, just for fun. This is lambskin. It's beautiful and durable. That's something that I forgot to mention as a pro. This isn't a Chanel lambskin. It is much more, I'm honestly I'm not carefree with this handbag, but I don't worry about it. I really do not worry about it. And if you're just getting into the world of handbags and leathers, the Lady Dior handbag, the leather they used is built different. It really is. So I do not worry about scratches and this and that. I do keep it safe and protected because at the end of the day, this is a luxury item. So you do treat it differently than your everyday tote. But at the end of the day, I don't worry too much about this handbag, and the lambskin is quite durable. It's so smooth and buttery and I love it. Oh yes, I'm supposed to put this little twilly on here. All right, dolls, let's get into the great questions that will help you decide whether or not this handbag is right for you. Now, who is this handbag made for? Is it an everyday purse? How practical is it? Honestly, to me, in this small size, I would not call this an everyday purse based off of my lifestyle. I like to have my basics and then some, just a little extra space just in case. And as you've all seen inside of the what fits inside portion, you can't really overstuff this handbag. And for me, for my everyday handbag, not that I want to overstuff it, but mainly more so I want to have that extra room. I bought this handbag as my going out handbag. On the weekends, date nights, shopping trips, brunch dates, whatever the case may be, I wanted a cute handbag, and so this was that for me. I do not view this as an everyday handbag. It could be an everyday handbag in case you are the type of lady who just carries the bare necessities. If you travel light and if you are okay with lambskin, then I say, sure, this can be your everyday purse. Maybe you may only switch out this purse whenever it's rainy days, but Dior has done different variations of this handbag. The Lady Delight handbag that is of an embroidered canvas that can be a bit more, yes, if it gets a little bit of drizzle on it, it'll be fine, it won't die on you. If you want to fit a planner or, you know, your child's little snack that you put inside of a little Ziploc bag or something like that, then I would definitely go for the medium Lady Dior. You can definitely dress this up. I've gone to date nights with this to where I'm wearing an elegant dress. I have gone to the shopping mall, walking around Saks Fifth Avenue with this handbag, and it looks great. So it can be dressed not necessarily down because it is such an elegant handbag, and I feel like dressing it too down would really not do it justice. But I will say, why didn't I tie this one here? What is going on? That's what happens whenever you talk and you're doing things. But anyways, I will say that it's more so of a dressy casual. I feel like if you wear this with t-shirt and jeans, I have seen some, but it's just such an elegant handbag to where, yes, it can work, it'll do, but you know, why force it? Maybe like a dressy blouse and a pair of jeans. Ta-da! So cute and pretty. With all that being said, would I recommend this handbag? I love it for what I use it for. You have to set your expectations. As far as quality, exceptional. So in that way, I do believe it is worth it. The style, the history, overall use of this handbag, I personally love it, so I would recommend it. This handbag is definitely in my forever collection. This is definitely a part of my capsule handbag wardrobe. I will never ever get rid of it because it is just so darling. So yes, I would recommend this handbag. I will talk about the price and comparisons against other different fashion houses handbags such as Chanel and their classic handbag, and whether or not I would choose this one versus the Chanel. I will talk about that in the blog post, but again, all of the details about this handbag, including the price, mod shots, what all fits inside, the pros and cons list, is all in my blog post, so it's really easy to find, see, use for your reference. Hauls, if you like videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe to me down below. If you want more, if you want me to go deeper into detail, comment it down below. I would love to make a second video and perhaps even compare the small to the medium Lady Dior. Like this video if you want to see that video. Thank you dolls so much for joining me in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe once again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye dolls.